way for gods on both sides.
All right, so we are getting into it. Hollywood is loading. This is our lower bracket final underway here. Winner will go on to play Envious in the grand final. This is the Alienware monthly melee. This has just been a great day at Overwatch. LG, of course, just getting through the semifinal, able to take out Team Liquid, sending Team Liquid home, and what was an absolutely riveting 5-game set.
Well, we are going to see the kind of patented Cloud9 defense, which is always Symmetra on Hollywood, just constantly. That is going to be run by Kai. They might even be returning to their double builder meta, which it looks like that's what they're queuing up on now, as Grego is on the Torb. Debit will be playing the Reinhardt. Reaver is going to hold down the Cafe area as Soldier 76, short 4 on a defensive Reaper, and Adam, of course, on the Mercy. So they're very comfortable running a pretty much solo support double builder. This is the kind of their patented Hollywood defense. We'll see how it works out for them.
I mean, we mentioned earlier if it was going to come out or not, and I think they are going to continue to try to do different things, especially with the amount of games they're going to be playing against the same team.
All right, so taking a look here at the defense from the C9 side. It's definitely interesting to note here that Torbjorn is making his grand reappearance. Aardvark might be paying off. We will just have to see. Surefour on Roadhog, which he hasn't always been on here. Usually you'd see him on the side 6, but it's going to be Reaver on that role instead.
Well, God's on the offensive Widow.
Yeah, a lot of this always comes down to the sim, if they can get big chunk damage early on, but it's going to be gods to try to get those early picks, especially on that Symmetra. They also need to avoid all of this spam damage early on, which is going to let that teleporter get charged up. Already at 20% there for Kai on his Symmetra.
So Gods right now going to be looking for the grapple shot over the top. Will he be able to get it? Not quite getting it. Just a body shot, and body shot for Widow just not anywhere near as effective as it used to be. It's headshots that you have to get there to really open things up for your team.
It's a really interesting kind of Torb placement here. Usually you put it in one of the corners. Yeah, Gods takes down Reaver.
He got the pick on the Reaver, and now this is huge for LG. LG can move in. Gods getting the double kill, opening up C9, making it a triple kill. Gods going off. Widowmaker not quite dead yet, well, making things happen.
Adam's at 99. He might be able to bring this back for him. The res does come in, he pays his life for it. Short for it gets annihilated.
Coming in from Seagull. This is going to clean it out.
Well, we saw the amount of work that Godstate would do against Liquid on this map with Widow just a little while ago, and he's able to do the same here. I feel it's so effective because with Pharah taking even more prominence in this meta, you're able to open up even more space around the car and around the high portion of the map, and that way Widow can just sit in the IT room and kill everyone.
All right, well, the offensive LG really getting the better of C9 in a very quick time here. Hollywood working out for them here thus far, and ult-wise, they're also in a good position moving forward. They will have Earthshatter up from Milo in just a moment. Of course, Resurrection always up for both teams. And Enigma getting pretty close to a Graviton as well, as Gods now going in over the top, looking for the pick off on Widow. Almost gets it onto the Reaper. That would have been an amazing shot if he was able to hit it. Doesn't quite happen yet. As now Debit for the defense rolling right in. Earthshatter coming in. Doesn't do quite as much as they want. As Seagull and Milo now really getting into it. 3 kills for the offensive LG. And C9 just getting bullied around right now.
Yeah, there goes Adam. They're not going to be able to bring anyone back to life. He was at 95%. They're absolutely getting rocked. This is a full team wipe. It's been about 10-0 in the last minute or so. Cloud9 does not look like the team we're used to seeing. They're not even going to be able to get out of here. They're not going to be able to stall this out. Debit's going to try. He's going to get absolutely annihilated. Actually, nope.
Graviton coming out here from Enigma in the back, looking for a little bit more. Going to Meltdown Mercy. Really good stuff out coming out here from the LG offense, and they're just keeping it rolling. Every ultimate getting all sorts of value, getting pickoffs, but now hang on. Reaver on the Widowmaker does get 2 kills from the flank. Seagull, though, had enough of that, going to drop the punch at the end, as well as a barrage, getting the double kill. And this momentum for LG has really been something.
Cloud9 able to stall it out, but
well, it's the first time they've done anything this game, really. They got a couple kills. Reaver got 2 for himself onto that Widowmaker. He's now off of that yet again. He's going to be running a defensive Pharah. Shore4 has a Death Blossom up. They need at least a couple minutes here to even put down a competitive time.
Soldier 76 reporting for duty.
So, defense now resetting up here. C9, they're gonna have to dig deep. We haven't seen C9 really take things away from teams by having a great defense at the very end, pretty much out of nowhere, but right now LG almost looks unstoppable. Nothing has gone C9's way here. As far as Gods takes out Reaver, now 65 in favor of LG. LG smelling blood. If they can get just 1 or 2 more pickups here and avoid the Death Blossom from Sureforth, they might be able to take this out right, but the Death Blossom is coming in, and Gods takes out Sureforth, the Helix Rocket. Not having any of that, Gods absolutely regulating.
Adam's gotta hit this Resurrection, but that means that Esper's gonna have his up momentarily.
This is a big res advantage here. If Esper's able to hit the big res, but no, Sureforth off the res, able to take off Esper. C9 now starting to turn this the other way in their favor. 2 kills for C9. LG, though, not out of it just yet. Seagull about to have the barrage at the ready. Takes out Kai.
I mean, Sureforth did exactly what he had to do. If Esper gets his res off there, then they're going to probably be able to close out that map. He finally gets some damage done on the Reaper as he struggled on that so far today. But look at all of the ultimates up for Luminosity. They're going to have everything, maybe just a little shy of Gods, but everything going for him right now. I think as soon as they get this sound barrier, they might initiate.
Really everything going in favor of LG's way here, but if they don't win when they have all these ultimates up right now, C9 will really be in a position to turn this map back in their favor. Graviton will be on the way here in just a moment. Enigma looking for his opportunity, going to hang on to things at least for a little bit here. Still moving to the back, going to drop the Graviton. There it is. Multiple people getting sucked in, and Seagull with the follow-up from the barrage gets the double kill. But a big resurrection coming in from Adam, going to turn tides a little bit in C9's favor, but not so much as LG just getting right back into it again. Meanwhile, take a look at Esper. Esper might just use his res only on Enigma here. That's something he should consider, if nothing else. He's gonna come in. He's not gonna use it just yet, but LG keeping momentum in their favor at the moment.
Yeah, Sunbears are really going to help out, though, as they're trying to stall this out a little more, but it has been all LG in this kill feed.
Oh, hammer down. That's going to take out the Mercy. Takes out the Pharah. And now with no resurrection up here for the defensive C9, that's going to be a very quick time for LG.
Cloud9 just not able to really get anything going consistently on defense. I mean, they got completely rolled on the first point A, and that affected, you know, how much they could do in the middle portion of the map. They finally were able to get some ground at the very end, but it wasn't enough. I mean, Seagull gets a few kills here. Adam with a big res, but he's able to put a kill, I'm pretty sure, fire at the end. And, you know, what was it, 5 minutes 41? It is doable for Cloud9, and we have seen them blaze through times themselves, but it looks like the Torb defense did not go so well.
It was weird placement, too. They generally put it in a closet or in a back corner. They had it dead center, much like Envious does on King's Row defense 1, and it just got taken out immediately. And, of course, the early kills from Gods were absolutely huge. They were never really able to stabilize against it. They didn't win even part of a fight until the end of second stage, so they just looked completely off. It is beatable, but this Cloud9 team looks absolutely rattled. You wonder if just getting absolutely blown out by Envious towards the end of their last set, and then the long wait into an LG team that's been playing all night is really kind of, you know, at their detriment right now. It looks like Gods is going to be playing defensive Widow too. He's really feeling the Widow.
Gods was able to come out with just an incredible Widow performance there. What he did to C9 on point A, a point that C9 can usually hold for quite a while, was just nothing short of dirty. He got every pick he needed to get, ended up with a triple kill, and the fight was over before it even began. And that's sort of the explosive nature that Widow has. You don't always see it. Oftentimes you get nothing off the Widow, especially in the current meta, but things worked out, and we're actually seeing Reaver showing Widow himself for C9's attack.
I like it. I like it. You know what? I want to see it. I want to see the battle, especially now with, you know, the nerf coming. If you get a headshot and you kill the other one, it is dessert. So you don't have to body shot each other down to 5 health, which is what the Widow battle was prior.
Definitely a higher skill ceiling. Now on this total defense, though, coming out, Seagull is going to be playing the defensive Junkrat, Gods on defensive 76, Milo, Reinhardt, Pooks on Symmetra, Enigma on Roadhog, Esper, of course, on Mercy.
So what's the deal? Is he just messing with us? Are they just staying in spawn until 30 seconds and then they're gonna go switch? Or do you think they're actually thinking about it each time?
Hard to say. Either way, though, taking a look here at the C9 team, as they set up, it's going to be Debit here on the Reinhardt, Adam on the Mercy, Kai on Zarya, Grego on the Lucio, Reaver on the Widowmaker, and Surefour going to round things out here on the Roadhog.
I think they are thinking about it, but I think the 76 is a better call here, knowing that they set a really good time on the other side of the map, that they don't really have to get giant picks or giant kills. The consistent damage, I think, is more important for them.
Reaver right now looking for the same shot that Gods was looking for. Found absolutely nothing. C9, though, starting to move forward. Slowly approaching in. But LG now, they have to feel good about the overall time they have here on this map. They don't have to defend for too long. As long as they don't get rolled here on point A, as long as they don't give up some picks to Reaver, they're going to be in good shape, as Reaver was looking to take out Seagull. Not going to land it here. Seagull 80-80 strafing, saving him from that fate.
Well, Cloud9, instead of going for the Pharah offense even with Widow, they have Surefour on Roadhog, and they're playing a triple tank, allowing to try to get the same type of space to allow Reaver to go off if possible.
Surefour looking for the look on the Symmetra. Pooks might be looking here for now, and here comes the tire from Seagull. Will it be the tire that could? Will people get run over? It's going to go into the back, takes out Debit. Reinhardt feeling the negative effects of that tire. Adam, though, going to be looking for the res, going to bring him right back into the fight. Resurrection, though, still up here for the LG side. As C9 starting to swarm in and over. Milo going to go down. God's going to go down. Will the resurrection be on the way here from Esper? 3 res coming in favor of LG. But C9 just swarming over all the people, including the people who are just res. But hang on, here comes God's attack visor with the height here. Will it be enough? There just might be too much C9 to cut through.
Well, they do have the teleporter up, but it is so far back right now. Poops is going to come in and try to do something, anything, just to stall it out and buy some time for the rest of the team to come in off the telly, which they are. They're coming through house right now.
The Gods Roadhog duel just going round and round the pillar. But at bot time, and God's able to stay alive long enough to kill Adam. I don't even know what sort of razzle-dazzle that was. But in the end, it might be LG throwing good money after bad, as C9 is going to definitively wipe them out as they try to get back on the point.
Yeah, way too late. Pooks is going to come in just to suicide so that he can get off the Symmetra and onto something a little more useful for the second point. 3.5 minutes left for Cloud9 to beat this time. That's exactly the kind of push they needed. Reaver already in position up top on his Widowmaker.
Yeah, now because Cloud9 tried to contest at the very end, they got the very far spawn, so this does give an opportunity for Reaver to get some picks, and he needs to get some picks for them to open up the middle portion for them to have a fast time.
Reaver, though, able to take out Gods. Gods was looking for a pickoff, wasn't able to find it. And now C9 might be able to come through this with some good momentum indeed. They don't have to worry about Gods anymore, and Reaver has no threats to him here on the Widow.
Further, Kai's been doing a ton of damage on Zarya, so he's got Graviton at the ready here. Debit's able to take down Enigma. They have not stopped on this cart.
No one can hide from my sight.
Now they're just moving forward. Everything going pretty well here for C9 after getting through that first point. Time-wise, they don't have the biggest amount of time, but Reaver takes out Esper in the end. And this is a huge deal here for C9. They're getting the picks they need to get. Takes out God's. Reaver suddenly channeling himself as he gets another kill.
Wow. Surefour opened that up with a huge hook and kill onto Seagull, and then that allowed all the attention to go to him. Then Reaver cleaned up at the end, and they are on pace to beat the time right now. Luminosity's got to get it together. The ults are about equal, but Surefour's doing a lot of damage up front.
Just took down the opposing Mercy and the 76 as well. Surefour putting this team on his back just when they need it most. They've got a little over 2 minutes to finish this map out. Esper's also died in pretty bad spots, the last 2 deaths.
Oh, the offense now moving forward, looking for the opportunity. LG, they only have to wipe them out really once or twice here to seal it. Milo going in the back, looking for the Earthshare opportunity. The rest of his team just moving in right after him, but they're getting pushed back by the offensive whole hog. Debit with the double kill. And LG now, this is not really where they want to be. Mercy went down and all that as well. Still, though, the 3 remaining members of LG are fighting it out. Here comes the Death Blossom coming out from Seagull. Doesn't get nearly what he was looking for. Kai just got melted down. A little bit of help from his friends. Now C9, they're threatening. They still have 1:30 left. They're pushing back LG. And in a game that was once looking so good for LG, could it turn against them here? It is looking like that is going to be the case.
I mean, Esper got the res, but he died immediately off of it, so they're going to have no support on the cart to try to help us out. Seagull's going to come in late, as is Pooks, as they're going to try to stall this out, but it is all Cloud9 in the kill feed.
C9 definitely has a good opportunity here. Big hook coming in from Surefour, eliminates Seagull from the game. And now here comes Surefour with the whole hog, looking to get in on the Mercy, going to send her for a ride, takes her out, and C9 might have done it. They have over a minute here left. They're on top of the point. And this is a heartbreaker for LG. Wait, though, Enigma got onto a point at the very last second. Can they do it? It's so close. It's 0.67.
Fire at will.
They need to keep on the point the entire time. Enigma not going to be able to do it. He's put over to the side. Seagull, the last one remaining on the point. Death Blossom going to be in play. A single knockback here could win it for C9 as LG trying to stall out for the last remaining amount of time. 30 seconds remaining. Resurrection coming out from C9. This is all sorts of craziness. Pooks, the last one remaining. And no, LG not going to be able to hold on. Oh my goodness, not like this, LG. C9 winning map number 1, but that should have been LG's map.
I mean, how many times do we have to say it should have been LG's map?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Pretty much exactly that, ZP. Of course it should have been their map, with some huge plays coming out of Surefour through the streets phase and at the end with his hooks. So much presence for Roadhog. He did a lot of damage on there. That was, they put all the attention on him, and then Reaver after that got some space, got a lot of picks, did the damage, and it's got to be a disappointing first map for LG going to map 2. They have to try to put that behind them and not let it bother them that they definitely should have stolen Hollywood.
Yeah, I mean, they put up a great time and just could not lock down the defense there. Just lost, I mean, every fight that they needed to win. And then even towards the end, stalling it out, just unable to stall it out long enough. We'll see what map they go to next. Maybe a King of the Hill here. The only other payloads remaining are King's Row and Gibraltar. So maybe Kings, but other than that, Nepal and Lijiang also in the pool. I don't think they're going to pick Gibraltar on purpose.
All right, so we are waiting here for the map choice. Again, a bit of a heartbreaker there for LG. I think that, you know, we just went over it, but man, that is unfortunate. But there again, bring it to Lijiang, and again, we'll see what they have up their sleeve for King of the Hill. C9, of course, has looked mortal at times in King of the Hill, and LG has had pretty good success on it, but I don't know, we'll have to see. For me, I'm still hanging out for the Bastion pick. I know I'm probably going for a lost cause at this point, but...
You know, oddly enough, Cloud9 has played the Bastion on King of the Hill more often lately than Luminosity has.
Yes.
So, I mean, you have pretty good odds on either one, that either one might run the Bastion, but I don't know. I think Cloud9 might not do it anymore, considering how poorly it worked out for them earlier.
Lijiang would be their Bastion map, and Nepal is more of Cloud9. So, yeah, it could happen. I don't think there's 0% chance of it happening, ZP, but I guess it's possible. I think it's going to be kind of rough for LG going in here. I know this is their favorite King of the Hill map out of all of them. God's has played pretty well on these costs. Besides getting caught out and maybe poor positioning, I think he's going to have to go big.
Gods has had some really good plays, and again, I think Gods really set up LG to win Hollywood. It didn't happen, but Gods had some enormous plays nonetheless. Definitely one of the more dynamic players in the game, and he is an X factor with anything relating to LG, especially if he can play Widow the way he was playing it in the last game.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, Lijiang just does not really have the Widow selections here, but Gods can play a lot of different heroes. We've seen him already on a Tracer and on a 76. I think if anyone's playing Tracer for LG, it's going to be Enigma. We've seen maybe 1 or 2 games on Lijiang where where a Widow can be played on it. Oftentimes, it's too easy, and Reunited likes to run a Widow on this map here and there, especially if you get a lead early on. It's decent to shut down spawns, but I really doubt we see any Widow on Lijiang.
I think this is going to be the Genji show for Seagull. Yeah. This is his time to try to take over the game, and he's going to need to. I think you're right in terms of Enigma playing the Tracer. We did see Gods playing Tracer on Nepal previously for a little bit, but I think for the most part, that'll be Enigma's job. But Enigma's been playing such a great Roadhog this entire set that, and with Roadhog being back in the meta, I feel like that's a good pick. And at the same time, Cloud9, is always going to run Winston because both Kai and Devitt.
Yeah,
give a lot of love Yeah.
Cloud9's on all their good heroes, pretty much. This is their solid lineup on King of the Hill. Grego is going to be playing Lucio. Shore4 will be on the Tracer. Debit, of course, on Winston. Kai on that Zarya. Adam, of course, on Mercy. Reaver is going to play that 76. This is the lineup that they like to run, and will probably try to run it unless they feel they need to make an adjustment.
So meanwhile, looking at the C9 side, it's going to be Reaver on the 76, Adam on Mercy, Kai on Zarya, Grego on the Lucio, Shore4 on the Tracer, and Debit going to be on the Winston. So Winston making his appearance here, no surprise, Winston on both sides. And as predicted, Slasher, Genji, or Seagull going to be on the Genji.
Yeah, oddly enough, no Tracer though. Enigma is going to be on the Zarya, and early on, Shore4 already gets back to Esper.
Shore4 has been able to get onto Mercies all night long. Reaver getting the pick off on the Milo. 2 kills here for C9 as they move forward. And C9 starting to turn things to their favor. Seagull, though, did get behind Winston, did throw the shurikens into his back. And more importantly for that, he's building up his Dragon Blade. So even if LG loses this first point, they're going to have a very impactful ultimate up soon. Although, again, God's going to have Attack Visor also. So between Attack Visor and Dragon Blade, LG should have a good opportunity pretty soon.
It's just such a hard map to initiate on after you've already lost it, though. You can see they're already getting spammed down by the Zarya. Zone control over here.
Well, here comes LG, and they're not wasting any time. They're getting right back into things. Milo leading the way. The rest of his team following right behind him. And Seagull right now going in the back, trying to take out Shore4. Shore4 will go down in the back. And now Reaver has things in his sights with Attack Visor, looking for some quick pickoffs, going to find Enigma's hook instead, as LG fighting, looking for the opportunity, and Dragon Blade might be on the way as Adam going to go down the Seagull. No more resurrections coming out for C9. Seagull, will he use a Dragon Blade here or not? He might not even need to use it here, but with Debit getting 2 kills, I do think a Dragon Blade is on the menu.
Well, still not able to flip it over yet. It is 2v2 on the point. Seagull's going to come in pretty late, but Reaver also shows up, takes out a couple people late, finishes off Gods and Milo. So Seagull was in there, but he got outnumbered by the Cloud9 reinforcements.
Yeah, any of these late team fight skirmishes are bad for Luminosity right now because they don't have control of the point, and if it goes to a 2-on-2 situation, the clock keeps ticking for Cloud9. They can't have that. They have to win.
Dragon Blade coming out from Seagull now. We were waiting for a while. He's going to look for his opportunity, but the Sound Barrier going to make it so he does not get the most value off of this to begin with. Will help take out Grego if nothing else. 1 kill here for the LG squad as they move in, but here comes Reaver. Attack Visor on the way, has people in his sights, but can he see Enigma's hook? I don't think so. Enigma going to take him out. Gods with the extra support here for LG, and LG now making a case on top of this point.
Well, Cloud9 has a second life, though, as Esper was taken down very early by Shore4 yet again, where Adam got his resurrection going. Adam does get taken out by Gods, but it's enough time that they're at 99% here. Like, they've had to kill them twice even to get this far. Gods with a couple kills late, too.
LG is still on the point. Gods was able to stay alive while doing all sorts of damage, and LG will capture the point at 99%. So they're going to have to hold here for the entirety of the round. Not impossible, but definitely very hard to do against a team of C9's caliber.
So, like, that was the right decision making from Debit and Shore4 to leave the point because you knew that Cloud9 was going to get it back anyway. So just regroup, let them take it, and you're at 99. You only need to win one team fight.
They're going to Graviton into Pulse Bomb. Shore4 is just looking to empty clip to get at 99%. Graviton comes out before any follow-up is really ready for it. They're going to cleave onto the point, get a couple kills.
The Dragon Blade was not able to come up, but a big resurrection coming from us. They're going to bring LG fully back into this fight, and Seagull might be looking to unleash the Dragon Blade. Sound Barrier is out. This would be a perfect opportunity, but they don't like what they see. They're just going to stay back here on the point, play it a little bit more slowly, wait for the C9 to come in. Here comes the Dragon Blade. Going in is Seagull, looking for the Mercy in the 76. Going to get one. Will he get the other? A double kill. Grego going to stop him with a Lucio punch, but a lot of damage already done.
Yeah, Luminosity able to take it up, and they're able to kill Esper, though. So now there's a chance. Cloud9
getting in.
this.
Enigma once again locking down Shore4. Every team getting the ultimates in here on top of the point. Absolutely craziness going on. But LG maintaining enough control now. They're building percentage. Seagull is back in the fight right now. And LG really starting to turn this in their favor.
Yeah, Gods and Enigma take down all of the supports, Adam and Grego. Then they pull a couple more kills. Kai's actually going to stagger death pretty late here. It's down to pretty much the last push for Cloud9. LG's done a great job pulling this back.
Nothing's gonna stop.
And let's talk about Enigma here for a second. Enigma's absolutely been going off in the last few fights, getting really 2-3 hook kills in every fight towards the end, picking people off, including picking off Surefour to the point that Surefour is now on Reaper, not wanting to deal with that anymore.
My ultimate is almost ready.
Oh, last fight of the round coming here.
Yep, C9 is getting in here. Enigma with the whole hog immediately going to push people back. Doesn't get killed to begin with, but will set up his team position-wise. Graviton Surge, though, coming right back in, and Reaver going at the attack visor with the cleanup. The Graviton was setting things up in C9's favor. They're up 2 kills, but again, a big resurrection coming from Esper. You gotta bring up all those heroes back to the fight. Seagull with the Dragon Blade takes out Adam, stopping C9 from getting any more healing contribution out from him. And now Enigma on the double kill yet again after the resurrection, just making the Roadhog do work.
Well, it's been Enigma and Seagull, and it kind of always has to be when they need it the most. It is those two who show up. It's been the core of this roster for an extremely long time, along with Milo, so they needed it there. Seagull brought it back. Enigma continued the trend of getting kills. Pretty surprising they were able to bring that back after the first half of that map was all Cloud9. Now they're 1 round away, yeah.
Yeah, Cloud9 brought it to 99% before LG was even able to take the point. They only needed to win 1 team fight cleanly. I think Cloud9 maybe got a little bit too confident there, and they burned some ults just because they thought they would win the team fight off of 1 or 2, and they weren't able to combo things effectively to win it back. So LG steals away the round, and now they're in the prime position with this map.
No, really good stuff coming out from LG, really giving C9 all they can handle and more. And they did the same on Hollywood, where if a few things had gone their way, they would have taken that as well. So really good stuff coming out from LG here tonight. They are fighting. They want to get to the grand finals to fight against Envious. C9 looking to defend their crown, of course. The last champions of the Alienware monthly melee. So both teams are going to have to fight it out here on the control stage of Lijiang. Getting into it. You see C9 here on the left, LG more towards the opening area. Seagull is going to get in, almost gets taken out by Reaver, but able to get healed up by Esper, laying in the rockets, and he's going to force Reaver back as LG now starting to take a more aggressive posture on the point.
Grego dies for early debit, also goes down. I do like Surefour staying on this Reaper, though, because the biggest problem for them has been Enigma absolutely clutching on people, although he gets taken down by gods. This has been all
Things
LG.
going pretty well here for LG as Enigma once again coming in with the double kill, taking both Kai and Adam out. And Enigma has really been the silent hero here for LG, just running around as Roadhog, getting a kill here, a kill there, and really turning the fights in LG's favor.
Yeah, he's absolutely been the problem. I mean, the biggest problem right now for Cloud9 is that their only great answer to a Roadhog is a Reaper, and Shortfoot's just not been able to get in on him.
Behind you.
Oh no, that's one way of dealing with the Roadhog. Just boop him off the edge. Grego with the double boop kill. And Grego should be the MVP here. This should be C9's fight. Wow.
What a huge play from Grego. I mean, you can't talk enough about booping 2 people off. Usually it's like a highlight play of the game. And it's very true, but he gets instant ult charge and instant kill for both of those. And that was able to allow them to get the point. And LG got off the point. They gave up so much space for Cloud9 to get in, and it split them up when they probably didn't need to.
Wow. Look at the ult situation right now, though, for LG. They have everything up right now, and I mean everything is going to go in their favor here if they use all their ultimates. C9, though, no slouch. They do have ultimates of their own. Still, though, if LG strikes right now before C9 is able to build a Graviton, it would be huge. Kai only 7% away, but here comes the offense of LG. They're moving in. Soundbear is out here from C9. And Seagull right now over the top, hunting, looking for his prey. Will take out Adam immediately in this fight. Take out Reaver as well. Big resurrection coming in from Esper. And LG in a pretty good shape here. Kai, though, will get the Graviton Surge. Will there be the follow-up that he needs? Surefour with the Death Blossom says yes. Takes out gods. And this is very close right now on the point. Seagull taking out Grego, looking for a little bit more. And here comes the tactical visor, though, from the other side. Reaver rejoining the fight, finding the Winston shield, and not as much as he'd want to kill here. Getting forced back, and that is not a high-value tac visor. The one good thing here for C9 is that LG, despite controlling more of the point, has not been able to retake control of it.
Yeah, I think they were just having to stall out for as long as possible. This resurrection is going to stall out even longer. Kai, I think, is going to try to stay on the point. He gets negated immediately by Seagull, though. Now they're still on this point. Now look at the kill feed. It's all in Cloud9's favor.
Really going well here for C9, although LG is still fighting it out. The kill feed still giving them a little bit of hope. Enigma rolling around, has Mercy in his sights. Will the hook come in here? No, Mercy able to juke the hook. Not quite what Enigma was looking for. Adam, so evasive. He's going to go down the God Zone in the end. God's in the back line, just peppering the C9 team. Really a brawling fight back and forth, but LG was able to retake control. But with 99% the C9, LG, if they want to win this round and take this map, they're going to have to not lose another team fight here in the control center.
Cloud9 only had 30 to 40% when that team fight initially started, and LG had to use all 6 ults, and Cloud9 got to 99.
I've reached the objective.
Milo right now starting off things with Bang, takes out Milo, but Enigma stopping Surefour's Rain of Terror before going down himself. Both teams get into it, but Reaver with Attack Visor completely untouched, getting the double in the back line.
Fire at will.
This is a little bit bad here for LG. The Graviton Surge will clean them up. They're not able to stand the point and force overtime. Milo getting there just a little bit late, and we are going to a round 3.
There were so many nice prolongings there. Now, Reaver came in late in that fight and did not really have a ton of value off of his tactical visor, but it was enough to poke them off the point to keep a little presence there, to keep his tanks alive and safe near the back edge of that point so that it could not be flipped over. There was a resurrection that came up late. Zarya was the only one on the point during that res. She was able to shield herself and stay alive there. They just did so many small things to prevent LG from ever flipping that point back. Even though they lost the fight eventually, they set themselves up in a great position to win that with one more fight. That's exactly what they did.
You feel that?
So the offense of C9 on the way, the offense of LG on the way. Seagull going to his tried and true, his bread and butter will be here on the Genji. The fight already underway as C9 being very aggressive and trying to take first control at this point. C9 getting point first, but a beautiful deflect from Seagull just punishes Surefour, and now he's on the going into the back line. Has Adam in his sights. Adam trying to give him the slip. Milo with the follow through though. Seagull on the double, and LG is going to take first control at this point.
It's very important for LG because we know how Cloud9 likes to go onto the point to begin with instead of going to the main courtyard, and LG took it straight to them, and I don't know if maybe Cloud9 wasn't ready to fight. Usually there's a dance for 10 to 20 seconds with poke, and then another 10 to 20 seconds with more poke damage, and LG wins it cleanly. That's going to give them the ult advantage. Seagull has sword. Coming to this next team fight, he could have another team life right now.
Seagull definitely with a lot of power, having that sword at his reserve. Going to pop the sword, looking for any value he can get here. Sort of slicing and dicing, will take out 2. And LG getting the kills they need to get here. Milo with the fall through as Winston. Milo actually showing up in the kill feed a lot for your average Winston play here, but working out nonetheless. Kai on the Zarya. Resurrection did come in from Adam as Surefour now with the Death Blossom is able to take out Esper, Gods, and Milo. A triple kill for Surefour, turning the tables in a flash. Going to look here for the extra fall from the Milo, and will get it.
I'm actually continuously amazed how Adam always stays alive and swoops in at the last moment, gets res, stands behind, around the corner, doesn't die, then damage boots Surefour during the ult, kills 3, kills 4, kills Esper, takes the point back. Incredible plays coming out from Adam.
Well, that's going to keep them with a huge advantage too, because he stayed alive during that. He's been healing everyone. Here comes a giant Graviton.
They are coming in. C9, though, is going to clean it up off the Graviton. Surefour with the double kill. The follow-up was real. There was no real answer from it on the LG side, and LG going to have to go back to base. Really, really close game here thus far. C9 about to match the score of LG here in just a moment. It's going to be 44 to 44. And LG, they'll have maybe about 2 to 3 pushes left to try and retake this.
Enigma's Roadhog has been doing a lot of damage. He's playing so solid, but when Surefour is on with Reaper, he's giving him a problem.
Milo with the initiation, Enigma with the fall through. LG just going to get right on top of the point and take out C9. Nothing flashy, good mechanical play, but Adam with an absolutely enormous res, going to bring his team back into the fray. But let's take a look at Seagull. Seagull's built up a Dragon Blade. He's looking for Reaver, will cut off Reaver right at the head. That doesn't even need the Dragon Blade just yet, as LG going to be outmuscling C9 here anyways.
Surefour's got Esper in his sights. He wants to at least clean that up. Esper with a nice evasion there. I think it's smart right now for them to both get out. Kai is now back on the point.
Oh, this is beautiful from Seagull. Good positioning to try and get in on this. Going to take out Reaver, but ends up dying to Surefour. Surefour blows the ult just to take care of Seagull there. Very close fight here on the point, however.
All Cloud9 is doing is delaying and delaying to get as much percentage as possible, and LG finally takes back the point, but Cloud9 gets to 88%, which is pretty solid considering both teams move all their ults. Kai is the only one currently with one. So there is a little bit of a window of opportunity here for Cloud9 to take it back very quickly.
Yeah, and if you can only have one ult ready on the board, that's be the one you want.
T9 is going to move in. Kai does have the Graviton. He's going to look for it. Going to only get one person's Graviton. LG saw that coming. They all backed out. They knew it was going to happen. And Winston going to live with the Primal Rage. Still, though, Surefour does get deeper into the back line. Kills two with the Death Blossom. Gets one extra. Now looking for a little bit more. Going deeper into the LG back line. Going to take out the remaining players. And this is pretty brutal here for C9 and LG. They're not going to have a whole lot of buffer if they lose the point here. They are going to have to run in and just try and trigger overtime, but usually that's not very effective in one hero limit.
Now we saw Cloud9 overextend earlier.
Gods took out Adam early on this fight. He found Adam in the back line, and now there is a chance for LG here off of that play by Gods. He just charged in, took out the Mercy. Seagull's going to be back here in time, and LG might be able to take this back yet.
Wow.
Yeah, that's exactly what they needed.
Heroes never die.
Well, they did use their own resurrection to bring everyone on the point. They want to be at full fighting strength here this next fight. That means that Adam is going to have a resurrection. They're going to have to win this fight twice, but at the first, they just have to get in. Here comes the speed boost.
Seagull going in right now, is looking for the Mercy in the back, doesn't even care about the Zarya shield, will take out Adam, just deleting him from the game, getting onto the main point looking for more. Surefour and Reaver, though, are doing a lot of work on here, as in fact, Reaver now on the triple kill, if not more, looking for a little bit extra. God's going to go down. And even though Mercy went down early there for C9, it doesn't matter, as C9 going, oh, hang on, out of nowhere, comes in the Winston with Primal Rage. It's not over yet, and this is where he's just going to leap into the air repeatedly, trying to buy time. Enigma now coming in on the Tracer, has to touch the point. He's going to have to rewind, though, and he's not going to touch the point, and as a result, LG going to drop this map to C9. 2-0 for C9, but that really does not tell the full story of this series.
No, really close set. You know, went back either way. It did look like that Cloud9, look at that hook. Enigma with some big plays really on Roadhog. It's just that when Surefour is playing so well on Reaper, and I think Surefour probably got the most amount of eliminations and damage during especially that last round, it just makes it so difficult for Enigma to continue playing that, even though he's doing really well for LG. And that's one of the issues, I think, for them, especially playing King of the Hill against Cloud9, is that you're going to have to deal with Surefour on Reaper, you know, making your life really difficult.
Well, that was the difference between rounds, too. When he did go on the Reaper, just solving the problem that was Enigma, they were able to turn it back. When he was on Tracer, he was getting some work done and getting, you know, kills onto Esper especially, but he just decided that the bigger problem wasn't the medic being alive, it was Enigma murdering his whole team. And then when he went onto the Reaper, he solved that problem a little bit. And yeah, I think Luminosity knows that their best chance is to not go to Gibraltar, and so we're going to be going to Nepal next.
Or King of the Hill heading your way, and honestly, from the LG perspective, they had a very good chance of taking Lijiang, and there's no reason to believe that they won't have a very good chance of taking Nepal here as well, but they're going to have to work for it. We are getting in the game. 2-0 C9. If LG wants to stay alive in the series, they're going to have to bring home some victory here in Nepal.
I think we'll continue to see Genji coming out from the side of LG, and I think I would like to see some Tracer play come out from Gods as opposed to the Soldier. Even though Soldier is so good right now in the meta, and there's no reason not to, Seagull can do that role. We haven't really seen him do that at all so far, and that's because he is the only Genji play. But they're going to have to mix it up now because they're going against Surefour, and that's making it so Enigma, even though he likes playing Roadhog in this composition, he's just not able to. So as we see right now, he might be playing a Reaper Mirror, and Seagull's so exciting, but I think Genji is the right play.
Yeah, I mean, interesting here is that Gods is going to be on the Tracer too. So that's Gods on Tracer, Seagull on Genji, Esper on Mercy, Enigma, as you mentioned, on the Reaper. Milo, of course, is going to be on Winston, and Pooks on Lucio here.
Well, looking at the C9 side, it's going to be Surefour on the Reaper, Debit on the Winston, Kai on Zarya, Grego on the Lucio, Reaver on the 76, and Adam going to round things out here on the Mercy. And both teams now looking for poke to begin with. Seagull once again on the Genji. And again, just to reiterate to people, the scary thing about Genji poke isn't even the Genji on the poking part, it's the fact that he builds his ultimate up very quickly, where Dragon Blade can be an absolute team wiper. As Grego now going to get first kill of the game on the Milo. We'll see if C9 can snowball this in their favor. Seagull, though, getting all sorts of value in the backline, but will go down instead. 3 kills here for C9, and they should be able to start turning this in their favor against LG, although LG, to their credit, was able to control the point while that was all going on.
Yeah, Esper flew in trying to heal someone up in a very bad position, flew over 5 members of Cloud9 and got taken out immediately. It'll be interesting to see if Short4 does stay on this Reaper, knowing that there's not a ton of targets for him, only Milo to really feed his ult, but he did fine so far.
Odds right now looking for an opportunity, does have Pulse Bomb, could land a stick, could put everything in his favor. Looking at Reaver right now, definitely has him in his sights and just guns him down. Beautiful Tracer play coming out from Gods. And now, still holding on to Pulse Bomb, really throw it out anytime soon. Almost was able to take out Short4 as well. But we are getting to see the resurrection coming out here from Adam. Seagull now, Dragon Blade though, has a huge opportunity because there won't be a res if he gets good value on it right now. And that's exactly what's going on. He's going to the back line. Ends up switching targets though, sort of knocking the value he usually gets off the Dragon Blade. And Reaver just gonna gun him down, while Reaver going on the triple kill.
I'm on fire.
Ultimate is ready. Let's do this.
Yep, Reaver went absolutely ham there, took out 4 to start off that fight, got everyone cleaned up towards the end, and now LG got to go back to the drawing board here. They have almost no ultimates to work with. Enigma does have the Death Blossom though. They're going to need to get huge value out of that. Kai with that Graviton could negate that at some point too.
Enigma right now going to get thrown in to that Graviton. Kai looking for a little bit of value. Doesn't get any kills off of it. Enigma right now getting into Kai's face, eliminates him with the shotguns. Short4 though, firing right back, takes out Gods. Both Gods and Seagull are down. Still turns a bit of a ball, but Adam going to bring up those fallen heroes here as Enigma dropping the Death Blossom, takes out 2, including Adam. Adam will not be getting another res up in this fight, but still C9 with a little bit more positioning here, pulling LG back, and LG just might not have the numbers to take this right now.
Yeah, Reaver continues to do work. He took down Esper somewhere in that fight, and towards the end adding a ton of damage in.
Yeah, throughout this entire series and day, Cloud9 has been so good at prioritizing killing Esper early on in these fights.
Here comes LG, and oh no, the boop pushing Short4 back, not letting him get as much value off that as he otherwise would have gotten. Still ended up with 2 kills. Esper going in, getting a fairly big res, but C9 in such dominating position that LG has to scatter after that resurrection, and I don't think it's going to go in their favor as Reaver. The rest of the C9 squad get pick up 2 kills, make it 3. Is it going to be 4? As Winston just getting gunned down on the top of the point, but LG had to do something there. Regardless.
And now they're 1 round away, and Short4 might not have intended to go Reaper
saying right now
to go up again, because he would think that there would be both 2 tanks, right? Not just Milo, but Enigma would be on the Roadhog. But Short4 just having such a good time, especially in shutting down Milo and just doing enough damage, even swatting away Gods' Tracer, that he's feeling, I think, pretty good in terms of staying on it. If it gets too hairy, he probably will end up switching to something else.
Short4 just taking himself out of the equation, saying, I'm going to mute myself. Short4 thought that that was the final round. It is not. LG still has life in them yet, but Short4 is going to be out here as El Presidente. Maybe that's why he's saying GG. He knows the Bastion is going to be so effective that it might as well be over. We'll see if that actually turns out, but he does most Seagull right out of the air. Now taking out Milo. Short4 in the double kill with El Presidente himself, so Bastion working out pretty well for C9 to start off this game.
Yeah, a couple of early kills. God's going to continue to poke here, but I think they'd be better served just bailing on this and trying to regroup later. There's nothing really you can do 4v6 against a setup Bastion.
Bastion absolutely getting some good value here to start everything out. Short4 not really in danger. Going to mow down Milo once again. That's so dangerous for Winston to go in on, but now the tank is out. Firing high-grade shells. Takes out Esper with the one-shot. Enigma, though, will stop his reign of terror with the resurrection gun, bring him right back into the fight. And this is where Bastion can be a real pain for teams to deal with. Seagull, though, saying, I don't care about that. Getting right in, but he's going to get punched out by Kai.
No, and the Mercy combo with the Bastion is just so powerful, and you really almost save the res specifically for the Bastion when it dies. So Short4 and Adam are going to be glued to the hip, and this is the map that they are always running Bastion on Nepal, and they've already set up, they already have a good percentage, and it's going to be really rough to break this. They need Seagull to get Sword and to deflect and to kill pretty much the whole team. for them to regain this point.
Pook's dying early is pretty brutal there, too. I mean, he didn't have Sound Barrier yet, but now he's not even going to have the option to do it. They're going to have to try to fight this 5v6 unless they want to wait for him. I think also, you know, Enigma's going to try to get some work done. He needs to just charge up his Pulse Bomb, then deal with the Bastion, but they're already down 60%.
Now coming in here, LG, time quickly not being on their side. Milo, though, able to take out Shift 4 to start this fight. Seagull now looking for Grego. Finds a juicier target in Adam. Takes out Adam, but not before Adam reses up some of the fallen. Shift 4 is back into it, but he is getting bounced around, sliced about, and LG turning this fight into their own. Enigma, of course, is on the Tracer now, looking for an extra pickup, but Kai with the Graviton. 3 people of LG gang stuck in it. Debit with the hammer, dropping it down as extra follow-up. I'm not sure it's going to be enough, though, as LG just swarming all over the point. They will retake this, and their tournament life effectively on the line in defending this point now.
For sticking on that Bastion, he's at 70%. I think he just wants to get a little more, try more tank mode. Never mind, he decides to switch it. He's going now back onto the Reaper.
Was having such success before, and Cloud9 just so good at delaying time on King of the Hill, already up to 98%. All they need is one team fight. They're gonna secure themselves.
Sacrifice from Gods is coming out now. He's looking for extra shots. Adam going down immediately. Was not able to stay alive in this fight. Again, rough meta for Mercies to stay alive in, but LG really swarming on top of the point. They are able to mop up LG, and because Adam went down that early, there was really no hope for C9 to come back.
Well, they're going to have a decent chance if they know that they have the window here that they're going to have Sound Barrier where the other team does not. Adam will have Resurrection backup available, as does Esper. So again, it's just being, take a look at that kill feed, see which Mercy goes down and when, and that should signal who's going to win this fight. They're going to charge in right now.
Here comes the Sound Barrier here from C9. C9 looking to retake this point, going in around the right side altogether, getting on top of the point. Enigma, though, was able to take out Debit in the back. Reaver, though, getting the really good harass on the Seagull. It is 5v5 on the point. Neither team with a huge advantage. Make it 4v4. Resurrection used by Adam before he went down, but let's take a look at Esper. Esper, big res, gonna bring everyone from LG back to the fight, and that means Seagull's Dragon Blade is on the menu. Slices down Reaver, looking for a little bit of extra. Kai eating the sword, dying to the sword. 2 kills here for Seagull, but he's one of the last people remaining here. Force LG, but he is making work of it as Grego now trying to give him the jukes, not going to be successful.
They were so close to flipping that back over. That's why Grego wanted to stay on that point so they could keep this percentage up. I think Short Force should have been dancing on that a little closer too, as now the percentage is going down. It's going to be harder to flip over.
Huge plays from Seagull then. Now Enigma got pushing forward. Playing aggressive is working. It's going to give them picks. He's not going to have Cloud9 any chance to get back on the point. Sick plays coming out of Seagull at the end to secure them the victory right there.
LG staying alive, at least for now. They've bought themselves one more round on King of the Hill as they try and bring this back, as they want to go for the reverse sweep. And the reverse sweep is the only way that they are going to be able to get through C9 and face Envious in the grand finals.
And Esper really coming through with the big res. And he has been needing that because Adam has been the one to secure most of the highlights, and they've been able to. Really, that's been the story, I think, of this whole series. Them killing Esper early on in fights, and because of that, them winning the team fight in the end.
So the offense of LG on the way out, so is the offense of C9. And this is a map where you really don't want to lose first cap, because once you lose first cap, the defending team can just flank you from all different sides, and you're stuck getting on the capture point. So really, first cap here of absolute paramount importance, as we'll see what team gets it. But Kai going to get a big pick on the Esper on the side, and now 6v5. C9 is a great position to take this first point.
You can't die to that, though. That's long distance Zarya spam. You have to be able to dodge that. Adam goes down to Seagull, though.
Yeah, it's a big kill from Seagull, so he gives him a chance. No Mercy Reds coming up from either. Enigma with 2 huge kills. It's more than likely going to secure them the point just because there's no Mercy able to heal anyone up.
Oh no! Seagull with the burst on the Surefour just murders him where he stands, and LG immediately retaking control of the point. Some big heroics coming out. And again, it's been a bad day for Mercies. Both Mercies went down early in that fight, which meant that for once in a long while, the fight was not determined by a Mercy resurrection.
Seagull's got swords. Gods takes down Shorefour very early, and that's one of the engines of the DPS for Cloud9, so already looking good in favor of Luminosity. They've got a ton of ult advantage, too.
And Seagull does have the Dragon Blade, as noted, on the ult advantage, and he can just blow this here if it looks like C9 is getting close to retaking this. This is where LG is really in the driver's seat. They can be defensive here on this point because it is so advantage to the team that already has control.
Taikai's trying to get this chunk, and I think they want to try to hit a big combo with Graviton into Pulse Bomb, trying to take this back.
Excuse me for dropping in.
Seagull right now looking for some good opportunities on the point, not really forcing anything. Sound Barrier is out. He's in the Graviton, going to the back line, knows where Adam is. Adam does not want any part of this on the back line. Was not able to be evasive, but Sure4 did the same thing to Esper. Both Mercies down early on without nary a res to either side.
Yeah, Sure4 continues to do some work as they just clean up the last two DPSs. That's Seagull and Enigma. Enigma still being annoying on the point, is eventually taken out. They flip it back.
But LG at least extending the time to a good amount, 65%, is at least pretty good for winning that very initial team fight. The ult advantage is probably going to go back in a little bit of the favor of Cloud9 now.
Damage amplified.
Alright, so LG getting right back on set point, taking the fight to C9. Debit going to be the first to fall here in this fight, and Gods absolutely someone to watch here in the back. He's done a whole lot of work, but Esper going down, Sure4 finding his mark. Adam will get the resurrection off for C9, so C9 with a numbers advantage right now. Seagull one of the last people alive here in the back line, but he finds Adam. Will he be able to take out Adam? Adam was able to give him a little bit of a juke maneuver there, and he's going to run back to safety, will live for at least a little bit longer.
What kind of sadist would play Mercy? I just don't understand.
It's playing every Mercy today has gotten rocked to some degree or another. Now that teams are just being that aggressive on some Mercy. It has just been very rough day to be Mercy, but either way, we do see LG resetting here. Enigma able to take out Adam to start out this fight. Adam will not be available for C9. Seagull takes out Sure4 in the back, and Gods with a little bit follow-up. And again, since Adam was picked so early on this fight, LG's just going to take this without a whole lot of trouble.
Yeah, those are huge kills, not just because it regains the point, because they didn't have to blow any ults to regain the point. And that's going to allow Seagull to continue to have Sword for this next fight. They're up to 80%. If they're able to wipe one more team fight, they could very well be victorious in this map.
Well, the next Graviton that comes in has to grab at least Esper. Ideally, it grabs Esper and Seagull. What Pooks is going to have is Soundbearer. If he can hit that after a Graviton, it's going to be a huge boon for them.
Soundbearer is out right now for the offense. God's going down relatively quickly. Here comes Graviton, though, going to suck a whole bunch of people in. Lots of people on LG are dead, but Esper coming in. A four-person res going to help turn this LG's favor. Sure4, though, coming in from the back. No kills yet for LG, but God's Enigma and Seagull off of the res from Esper. Coming right back in the clutch. Seagull slicing and dicing, going in. And that is going to be, I believe it was LG's round. Yes, LG is going to take that, and they are going to take a map away from C9.
Yeah,
Esper play the game. I think this was the res right at the end.
Well, because this Graviton came in, it was huge, but Esper is hiding up here.
Heroes never die.
Actually, very lucky you had 34 health there at the end. I mean, I will say, really, though, that Cloud9 has done a much better job than Luminosity throughout this series about focusing Esper and killing Esper early on in the fights, and that's a huge reason why they've been winning most of these maps. Esper might have gotten one or two clutch reses so far, and especially that one, which won them that round. But all in all, Adam has done a much better job. Adam, too, in both of these series.
I think it's a case, too, where I don't think teams have really adapted to protecting their Mercy as much as they have. I mean, Adam has certainly died way more than we've ever seen. Esper has died way more than we've ever seen. Yeah. But what it comes down to is the fact that you don't have McCree's anymore to keep out flankers, so flankers are able to get to your backline way more effectively, and it's much harder to stay alive as support, period. And I think that's where teams are, and it's, maybe it's part on the Mercy player, but it's also a lot on the team to actually get back there and keep the Mercy alive as well and get in on the flanker, go, okay, there is a Tracer back here, we're going to switch our focus, bring the 76 back, and try and take it out before he gets in on our support.
Well, we're going to Gibraltar, a map that Luminosity Gaming has had very little success on, especially against Cloud9. They need it, though. Otherwise, they're out of this tournament, and Cloud9 will be moving on to rematch Envious. Whew. These have been crazy sets. It's been a long night, but a good one.
It has been a great night. We still have the grand finals ahead of us here. Who knows, this series could go to 5, and if it does, we will still be heading into a best of 5 between Envious and the winner of this. Thank you guys so much for joining us here tonight. This is the Alienware Monthly Melee, presented by Curse, sponsored, of course, by Alienware. And we still have some good games ahead of us.
Now, if LG is able to somehow beat Cloud9 on Gibraltar, and they had an opportunity earlier tonight to do that.
Yep.
And they, you know,
First game of the night, yeah.
And they kind of blew it. But it's very possible, as we saw. If they are able to, we will be going to King's Row, which is the map that Cloud9 had been banding out first round of their map drafts for the last few days. So it is possible for LG to do this. And they had a pretty good, you know, after going down 0-2, I think it is very good resolve for LG to come through and win that King of the Hill just there, because I don't think they had any business actually winning that map, and this probably should be 3-0 Cloud9 in the finals already. But LG holding on, playing well, and if they remember what they were able to do on Gibraltar earlier, I don't think offense will be a problem. Or maybe, you know, because it's so weird. The defense should not be winning as they did. I mean, yes, defense is easier to play in the hangar phase on Gibraltar if you're able to set up on the bridge and you're able to set up on top of the ship. But in general, in Overwatch, competitive Overwatch, high-level Overwatch, the offense will win a good majority of the time. And that's why we do stopwatch, because offense wins so much. It is about, you know, what the time difference is, rather than defense winning all the time, because it's just very difficult to full hold.
Well, I mentioned that, you know, the teams have their signature maps on their defense. Now, for Cloud9, it's been Hollywood a lot, but going back to the meta that was more than one hero, it was Gibraltar for the most part. They kind of invented this crossfire defense where they'd run a couple 76s or maybe a couple Widowmakers. Now, of course, you can't, but I think they're still very comfortable on this map and very comfortable with those distance damage dealers. So I definitely give the favorite of this map to Cloud9. I think it's a map that they're very comfortable on, even if they can't run the exact defense they want to. I think just they understand the spacing and the coordination required to hold this defense. That said, they are going to be on the defense first. Right now, it is going to be a defensive Pharah, which is making an appearance on Gibraltar all night. Kai is going to be on the defensive Winston. Debit, of course, on Reinhardt. Shore4 is going to be running the defensive Reaper. Grego and Adam will play support in Lucio and Mercy.
Now, Reaver did play Soldier early on Gibraltar, and he played on top of Catwalk, so maybe they're playing a little bit differently. I actually would think Seagull would be going Genji here, just because he's had success, he's able to get sword. I think he just continue to play that on offense all the time as a staple, just like Cloud9 does with Winston on defense on offense. Seems to me like it's always a good idea, but for now, the Hanzo and Widow will be coming out.
All right, well, taking a look here at the offense coming out from the LG side is going to be Seagull here on the Hanzo, Gods on the Widowmaker, Pooks on Lucio, Milo on Reinhardt, Esper on the Mercy, and Enigma on the Roadhog. So the double sniper offense coming out. We've seen this be very effective here before, but that was way back in the past, back before the Widow strategy was sort of nerfed. But if they are able to get picks here, it'd be huge. Usually you saw Hanzo Widow to take out an enemy Widow, which is not being played here by C9.
Now, Cloud9's defense is Shore4 wants to keep control of blue, and actually they're all deciding to go into server room instead. So maybe they are electing to try to give up the high ground.
Yeah, I mean, very interesting early on. Shore4 was holding top. I think he got spotted out, maybe took a little bit of damage and just bailed on immediately. Huge initiation coming from Cloud9 on defense.
Kai just leaping right in there, although leaping right out in turn does not want to face the Roadhog, is going to end up going down to the combined efforts of Enigma and Seagull. So 2 quick kills here for LG. They're starting to turn things in their favor. Reaver, though, is still alive, is able to go to the back line. LG doesn't have this yet, but it's still a very good start.
Yeah, God's 2 kills. Also, Seagull got some, Hanzo work going on, enough so that he has this Dragon able to clear out server room. Now Reaver and Adam are going to be in the sightlines of Gods, who takes out Reaver.
Gods absolutely having a good game. Seagull at the follow-up. Seagull and Gods landing all the shots I need to right now. Slowly picking apart the C9 defense. Server room defense no more, as now Winston having to run for his life. The offense piling on another 3 kills. Milo at the Earth Shatter going to take out Shore4. And this is going to be a quick hanger cap here for LG.
Kai, yeah, they did get rocked. Kai's kill on to Gods at the end there was the only thing that went right for Cloud9 in that team fight. And I really was. I think that Gods point out the Widow and Seagull point out Hanzo, get them a little bit scared of taking control of high ground, and that forced them into server room. And one pick that led to another, and they have a really strong time.
Yeah, they're rolling, and also Seagull has this dragon up again. Now, they don't really have anything to set it up hugely, as the Earthshatter is not up, but it can be huge just for zoning. It is an enormous size ultimate.
Here comes a Hanzo ult coming in again. Seagull going to make everyone on C9 move. They are able to sidestep it relatively easily, and now they're moving in on the other way. Surefour taking out Seagull in the brother battle between Genji and Hanzo, and now with the 1% advantage, C9 being super aggro. They're moving forward all as a team. Surefour leading the way. In fact, we have people even further in the back, but Winston is going to back out a little bit. C9 knows that they can't stay in that far forward position for too long, or LG will come back and punish them.
Well, this is where Cloud9 full held LG earlier tonight, so Luminosity needs to work this through better than they did earlier.
Yeah, already
right now going to the back, able to find Enigma here with this Earthshatter, but he does not get the follow-up pin. Did not quite happen. Meanwhile, Milo, Secret Agent Reinhardt on the cart, not with any teammates around him, will fall to this hammer.
Well, yeah,
but still got a decent amount of cart progress there, and that's a... I almost feel like that's a bit of a mistake from the defense.
He did get some push, but like at what cost? They were so disjointed there. He was all alone, and their other tank was all alone. Everyone got caught out here, and there a full wipe goes on. The cart's going to roll back to be under the bridge. It doesn't really change the angle they can take to push it further.
Careful right now on defensive Genji, really sizing up the attackers. Could come in with the big Dragon Blade. Sees Esper looking for the prize. Has to back up a little bit. Does not get what he's looking for. Quite at all. The attackers pushing him back. Really good attack here from LG, the pushback. Seagull on the double kill. Esper, though, will go down the Reaver in the end. Will not be getting a res up here in this fight. God's taking down Reaver, though. Milo on the Grego, and LG going to win this fight anyways. Most of that initiation going well for them, and they are going to get checkpoints.
Milo carrying 3 kills there. Seagull does add in a little bit, but he pushed the cart pretty much all by himself through the entire shuttle phase, as you mentioned before. But they're absolutely cleaning up with just his M1. I think they reacted a little too late to that cart being almost at point. Then they had to dive down, and that's never really a fight that you want to take.
The offensive LG moving forward, making pretty decent time here against C9. This has been a much better effort for them. Seagull just taking cover underneath the payload right now. And why not? Milo does have an Earthshatter up and ready for the next fight. Gods will have Tac Visor. One Ultimate's about to be on the menu here for LG. C9, though, not going to give them the time. They're coming in here with the speed boost. Reinhardt leading the way. But really good position here from LG to just back up and waste that Lucio sound barrier.
And LG played much better than they were earlier, previously on this map. We have Reaver on Widow, and he's trying to do some work on defense. Not many kills, though.
God's able to get to the back line, just mows down Grego immediately, taking out that support player. Enigma got into the back as well. Reaver went down. Nothing too flashy there, just good stuff coming out from God. Adam will bring up a lot of the fallen. The Earthshatter from Debit not getting anything done, and LG just really taking control of this game right now.
Cloud9 has been trying to play a very aggressive defense. They've been the one initiating these fights all the time, but you know, LG has been smart about it. They've been backing out, so it's been a lot of wasted abilities and ultimates coming in that gets absolutely nothing done, and now they're just going to try to stall out to make sure that they can have a chance to beat this time, but there's no way they're defending this map whole.
No, absolutely not. And here comes Seagull with the finisher. The Death Blossom taking out 4 players of C9, and that will be it. LG setting a very quick time here on Gibraltar. Now, here's the thing. Against C9, I don't want to say that C9 can't beat it, because C9 has been just the ultimate master of C9's not coming back from this. And then they do come back within, like, 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So C9 very much can bring this back.
Yeah, this is the end hanger push that Milo, after pushing the card all the way there, would not be denied. Just went all the way through, cleaned up so much damage.
Yeah, Milo with huge kills in that game to make sure that Luminosity did get through. Reaver switching it up to Widow at the end didn't really do anything, and Cloud9 was never really able to keep up the defense, and I don't think that aggressive defense was working out for them. Now, Cloud9 wasn't even able to get past the second checkpoint earlier today either. So neither team like, Luminosity should not have done that if we go by earlier, but considering they did, yes, anything could happen, but I would think LG should be feeling pretty good about themselves, and to possibly forcing this into King's Row where anything could happen.
Yeah, I mean, they got to feel good that they're just kind of exercising some demons against Cloud9 at the very least. No matter how this set goes, this is better than they've ever played C9. Like I said, they've won like 2 maps against them in their last 14 or so maps. And so now they've won 2 just tonight, or at least 1 just tonight, looking pretty good for Gibraltar as well. So the Luminosity is definitely playing Cloud9 closer than they ever did, closer than I expected them to either. And now, you know, only 543 to defend on. Anything can happen, and we've tried to count Cloud9 out several times tonight. I'm not going to do it just yet.
All right, well, speaking of C9, we'll talk about them in a moment. Going to look, though, to LG on the defenses. Going to be Seagull on the defensive Genji, Esper on the Mercy, Pooks on Lucio, Gods on the 76, Enigma on the Roadhog, and Milo going to be here on the Reinhardt. And this is where server room defense definitely suits LG pretty well, and I do like the defensive Genji coming out.
Yeah.
Just in general, playing Seagull and Genji, period, seems to be a pretty good idea for LG.
Yeah, I mean, I tend to agree too. Like, I think just because he has had so much success on the hero, and in the current meta, it's really good, and even before, it's really good, and the ultimate is insane, like insane, that why not let him play defensive Genji?
Overwatch
Put himself in a position where he can make plays and he can lead LG to victory.
Well, they're also going to run an offensive Genji from Cloud9. That's going to be short for. Kai will play the Winston. Reaver is going to try to reprise his role as offensive Widow, which he did so well before the patch. Debit will play Reinhardt and Grego on Lucio, and of course Adam on the Mercy.
So defense just going to hang out here in the server room. I'd expect Seagull to look at it for a moment here to get a little bit of poke in before things really heat up. But this is where the defense doesn't want to take any risks. Why go out? Why get picked off? In fact, I think that's why you did see Seagull in there. He does not want to expose himself to the Widowmaker. And Reaver, though, being real sneaky, getting here on the left side, has to be careful that he does not get pounced upon, though.
You need to be careful of Enigma. He's looking for the hook. He misses his first hook on short force, so now he's got a window that he can try to get some poke in. The cart has moved underneath here, so we'll see who decides to initiate. At some point, I think LG is going to have to stop Debit from pushing this cart. They do roll out a little bit, change their angle.
Enigma right now going in, challenging this flank, takes out Surefour with the left click to the face. And being down to Genji like Surefour to start out the fight, not a good look for C9.
No.
Oh no, he got another hook, but he's not going to get hooked in. Luckily, Gravity being the true savior against Roadhog.
I mean, Enigma has done so much work on this Roadhog in this series, and when Surefour isn't on Reaper, it just makes... It has made it pretty hard for Cloud9, and any time that they can delay, Luminosity is good, because it's how fast they play on offense.
Here's the Yorkshire coming in from Debit, getting knocked down some people. Surefour now looking for the cleanup. Debit set them up. Surefour knocking them down. Big resurrection though coming out from Esper, going to bring up 4 members of the LG squad. LG might not be out of it yet, but Surefour striking pay dirt here on his Genji, just eradicating the LG team.
Yeah, they were trying to take down Adam there in that fight, but it was just too futile of a chase. Reaver's done very little on his Widowmaker so far. Now he's in a good position, even though he had Attack Visor up and they resurrected right into a setup Reaver. He's not gotten any kills.
Triple right now, almost acting like the double orb days, going real deep into enemy lines. Time-wise, though, there's not a whole lot of time left here for the side of C9. They have to get through here. Overall, time-wise, they only have about 3.5 minutes left, so this is a little bit rough. Also, apparently, a team's got messed up, so that explains a little bit for people watching. Either way, we are getting in. It is LG on the defense, as mentioned. C9 staying a decent time here so far, but they have to move quickly. Here comes both Dragon Blades coming out. Surefour with one, Seagull with the other. Might have an old-fashioned sword fight here going in on the point, but everything going LG's way here on the defense. Big resurrection going to the only thing bringing them back into it. Esper still has his res in the back though, so LG in the driver's seat.
I mean, Adam brings them up, but he might as well just wait for them all to spawn. He brings them up in this doorway where they're going to have to retreat back to anyway, so now it's just a matter that they're not going to have resurrection up in the next fight. Of course, Esper used his, so that's going to be even, but not the most important or impactful resurrection. Reaver's staying on this Widow despite not getting really anything done with it so far.
Now, thankfully for Surefour, due to ult refunds, Surefour has the ult back because he died so quickly after using Sword before, and it's going to give them a slight opportunity to kill everyone. They have to win this team fight cleanly.
Surefour is running in, not getting a whole lot of value, but he will deflect kill Seagull. Seagull going down here in this fight, the first one to fall. C9 trying to make the move. Surefour on a double kill, getting all sorts of value, driven by that Dragon Blade. Takes out Esper, a 3-kill now for Surefour, getting everything done and more here for C9, giving C9 the barest amount of hopes that they can bring this forward.
Well, Enigma gives Luminosity some hope too, as he killed Adam in a absolutely clutch kill, although now it's going to be a brawl on the point. The sound barrier comes down, that should change it in LG ways, but Milo's trying to go huge.
Milo is trying to go huge. He is staying on top of the point right now, looking for his opportunity. He's going to go down for Debit, but he was swinging WMS one the best time for a while. Big Earth Shadow, though, coming down from Debit to clean up this fight. A triple kill for Debit, in fact. C9 should be able to get to the next hanger point, and this... It's happening again.
He delayed it enough, but they just threw a lot of bodies at there, and they're all getting cleaned up. Now, if Esper dies here, which he just does to Grego, Milo also dies. That is going to be setting up a 6v4 in this last point. 90 seconds left to finish.
This is happening again. I said before, don't celebrate too early of LG's fast time. C9 has taken it away before, and now time-wise, C9 has about a minute 15 left. They have enough time to bring this payload to the end, despite the fast time that LG set. But here comes Seagull going in the back, has Mercy in his sights, going in on this Mercy. Adam says, get away from me. Will Grego, dying for the cause, gives Adam enough time to get the resurrection up. But Seagull is still getting some good value, and we'll see if LG can turn this in their way.
Well, they've been slowed down a lot more than I thought they'd be. Gods also takes down Grego. Again, they're in trouble now as Milo comes and cleans up his counterpart in Debit. Gods also takes down Kai Kai.
Oof, the double kill from Seagull to end that up. Really good cleanup coming out here from the LG side, and LG now 35 seconds away. I think this should be their game here. Even if everything goes well for C9, they are not going to be able to push this cart all the way to end unless they had a 6-wipe right here, right now. Debit would have to have the Earth Shatter of the gods. As Earth Shatter does go down, it does set up 2 kills. Gonna make it 3 kills, in fact. 3 kills here for C9. Make it 4. Big resurrection from Esper, though. That's going to negate a lot of it, but it's C9 getting all the kills. However, time-wise, 8 seconds remaining. Even if they have 3 people in the cart, I don't think they can bring it from here to the end in time. And Surefour, there it is. GG called by C9. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, LG has forced a map number 5 here against C9 in our lower bracket finals.
You know, it wasn't pretty on the second point, and they probably threw away too many bodies, and then Esper gets caught out, and Milo gets caught out at the end. But Milo made enough big plays on the second point and there at the end to make sure that LG is going to force us to a 5th map. And because Cloud9 has been banning out King's Row so many times previously, that does show that they are a little bit weak on it, and it could have gone either way in terms of map ban for this rest 6. LG has a legitimate shot of winning this and going to the final.
This has been a great series. I was not expecting 2 series in the lower bracket, one after the other, that go all the way to 5, but this has been phenomenal. And by the way, given how good LG is doing against C9 right now, and given how good Liquid did against LG, what does that say about the Team Liquid squad that got eliminated by the slimmest of margins just a little bit before the series?
I think it says what I'm just super happy about is that everyone's getting a little closer to the teams at the top. Now, of course, Envious is still rolling over people, and we'll have to see what happens in our grand finals as they've been on a long break. But I'm so glad that Liquid is being able to compete with teams like LG. I'm glad actually that LG is being able to compete with Cloud9. As much as I like Cloud9 and they're fun to watch, it's much better for the Overwatch scene in general when you have 5 teams that could all come through a tournament and win it. And I just think it's great. And that Liquid squad, yeah, they looked great yesterday. They look good now, and I think this tournament in particular has shown that the North American scene has grown a lot tighter and a lot closer. And what would be better than coming down to a Cloud9 versus Luminosity Gaming 5 to see who goes to the grand finals? And of course, it's on King's Row.
Now we're gonna have Cloud9 on defense. What are they gonna bring out? Is Reaver gonna be on the Junkrat, or is it gonna be on the Pharah? Is Surefour going to play Reaper? Is Reaver going to go Soldier or instead of Surefour? Will Surefour possibly play the defensive Genji? I highly doubt that one. I think we'll more likely see that for Luminosity. And then other than that, I think we'll see they're... I mean, they have done Symmetra sometimes. The single support meta, I think they've played, and it looks like they won't be using it if this is what it's going to be right now. I think when they're a little bit cocky. Now that it's 2-2 and it's a little bit tense, I think they want to play a little bit safer, and that is why that they are having the Lucio and not the Symmetra.
Well, I mean,
we're
just
taking a look here at the defense coming out from the C9 side. Uh-oh. We're going back to lobby. Milo crashed. I just want to note something for the people here watching and just how epic the series has been. If LG is able to beat C9 here on King's Row, that is going to be the reverse sweep. C9 was up 2-0 in the series to start things off, and LG has fought their way back, winning 2 games after being down 2. And LG would be effectively 3-0ing C9 in reverse if they win here on King's Row.
I want to say, I'd have to look it up, but I have the feeling that it'd probably be the first set they've ever taken off of Cloud9.
I believe so.
I mean, they've taken a map here and there, but I don't think they've ever beaten Cloud9, even back when Cloud9 was Google Me way back in the day. So, but I mean, 2Slasher's point, we were going to go through the defense. I think what you saw up is exactly what they're going to run, and you're absolutely right. They've been running this single support for a while, and I think just the way they're getting dived so hard, and even a magician like Adam on Mercy can't stay alive through all of it, so you need that backup support. And I think Reaver on 76 is super smart here. I like him on this map on defense, and I think Short4, they know that they're going to be running the offensive Roadhog, so I think his answer to that on the Reaper was really interesting. Now, right now, he does queue up. Yeah, he is going to be playing the Reaper. So to look at this defense, it is going to be Grego on Lucio. Adam will play Mercy. Debit on Reinhardt. Kai on Winston, which is a little bit interesting. Reaver will play 76 and Short4 on the Reaper. So a very kind of standardish, old-school looking lineup here with 2-2-2 tank support DPS.
We'll take a look here at the offense coming out from the LG side. I can't tell if this is a blitz comp or it's just a little bit of trolling, but it is looking, for now, Enigma, I think, will be on the D.Va, Pook's on the Lucio. Seagull, we have seen on the Hanzo from time to time, unfortunately, Esberg switching off of Zenyatta to Mercy. I do like the idea of merciless comps in the very beginning, just as we're blitz in, although usually it's seen as just the Lucio, as Zenyatta would be a little bit exotic, to say the least. But it will be Gods on the 76 and Milo on the Reinhardt to round things out here for the LG squad.
Well, ZP, I actually have seen some Zen on scrims. I'm first point King's Row, so we might see it soon. You never know. Yeah, I think the Seagull Esper combo of Pharah Mercy is the way to go. They're going to use Enigma to get in with D.Va. They're going to try to get something done. First point, first attack.
They're looking to get in here. Enigma right now just going to the high end, wants to get in here on the 76, waiting for the rest of his team. And this is a big part about team play. You want to wait for the rest of your team to get in before you commit deep in. And in fact, he's just going to go back and help peel off this Winston. Winston's going to have to go back around. And this is part of how LG plays. They're very patient on going in on first points. And they're showing it here again as Enigma making the D.Va work in the back and will even take out Debit. So first kill of the game going to go to LG. And the D.Va, a big part of that. Seagull now coming in on the Pharah over the top, takes out Kai. Both tanks are down for C9. And holding presence in the point here going to be hard as Adam going to bite it, exposes himself to Seagull, and Seagull absolutely capitalizes.
Kai's early initiation trying to take out Gods, who was poking just from the distance, who I think was a little misguided. And they've been trying to initiate on defense all night, and it's not worked out for them.
Gods with the just follow through on the tac visor, mowing down 3 people. Seagull with a little bit of follow through, and LG is setting an absolutely electric time right now. Things are going well for them. If they can get through the streets phase with Seagull's barrage, with the sound barrier, they have effectively a soft wombo combo here. They could use that to wipe out C9 and set an incredibly quick time here on King's Row.
This has been the least patient and least effective I've seen Cloud9's defense in the history of Cloud9. I mean, they just won't take any sort of attack. They immediately try to initiate, and they've been absolutely punished for it from LG.
So LG right now moving forward, Reinhardt leading the way, Seagull in the back, looking for a bit of poke, waiting for his opportunity. The team focusing on the payload. C9 trying to act as well, but here they come. Sound barrier's out, soft wombo on the way, and everyone just getting away from Seagull's barrage there, but still, after the Earth Shatter coming in, Kai was knocked down. Seagull was able to take him out. Only 1 kill though from LG for a whole lot of ults. I'm not sure that was entirely worth. Pretty good job from C9 to defend that back.
Well, So the res does come up really early from C9, and now they're going to try to initiate again. Here comes the sound barrier too. They need to get value out of initiating on the defense. Kai takes on Milo, Debit takes on Enigma, but I think they're going to be able to res out of this. They do.
They do res. The resurrection from Esper comes in there, coming right back in the other way. Gods has things in his sights, takes out Reaver, will find himself on the ground to an Earth Shatter though right away. Both teams though are getting into it, and LG keeping on the pressure from that resurrection. Esper keeps his team in the fight. They're moving forward, and look at Enigma now. Enigma quite charged up here, 50% charge, and this is where Zarya really starts to hurt. Moving forward, the entire team on the payload, and they're slowly pushing C9 back, but this is a brawl on the payload right now.
David, Skirmishing going back and forth for the last minute and a half, and although Cloud9 has been winning the team fights a little bit, they've not been able to get something
Rocket
quickly.
barrage incoming from both sides. Seagull, though, going to be the victor there, getting a little bit more value than Reaver. Took out both Reaver and Adam. Huge value from Seagull. Doesn't have to worry about the res coming up from Adam anytime soon. And he's gonna punch Reaver to seal the deal. LG coming in here in style. LG has to be pumped about this result. Grego going to go down. Seagull getting some very vital support picks.
Meanwhile, the tanks in the back still staying alive as Debit and Kai try to hold this together for Cloud9. On the defense, it is just Seagull and his Mercy up, and they are actually bullying them out. I think the defense is going to be able to reconvene at least once more and try to have another giant brawl before this point happens.
So this is, C9 is still able to hold LG back a bit. That was looking really good for LG, and they were sort of dominating the fight, but C9 was able to keep enough of a presence to actually keep the payloads stalled. The spawn points have not moved up just yet. Enigma, though, does have a Graviton Surge on the menu, waiting for an opportunity. The defense taking the high ground, the offense on the low ground. And this is sort of a waiting game here where both teams are looking for the right opportunity to break this open. Wombo combo is available here. Seagull does have Barrage up, so Enigma just needs to find the right moment. Might be happening soon, and there's the Graviton coming in. Seagull, though, was knocked to the ground, was not able to use the Barrage. Really, Graviton and Earthshower's canceling out there between the two teams. Offensive Sound Bearer, though, on the way. Here comes Seagull, has Mercy in his sights, going to not even drop the Barrage, does normal rockets instead. The rest of this working out very, very well here for LG. And here comes the Barrage to try and seal the deal. Takes out Reaver, looking for more, makes it a double kill. And LG should be able to take this point now. But what a delay from C9.
Non-stop fighting, non-stop skirmishing, and battling on the cart for the last 2.5 minutes straight. Cloud9 doing a fantastic job of, even though they're losing probably 2-1 in kills all the time, because of the respawn time, they're able to get back, and they're able to delay for a good amount after losing point A very quickly. Cloud9 has put themselves in an okay position for final point.
I really like the switch from Gods, though, not only because the verticality of this second and this last point is going to allow Reaper to do giant drop-ins, but the big saving grace for Cloud9 so far has been Debit and Kai. They've been stalling out, they've been making value trades on the point. Kai's keeping everyone alive with barrier, so I think Gods on the Reaper trying to answer that problem is really smart.
Reaver is really far in the back right now, letting the rest of his defense be in the front, but he sees the Graviton, he's going in over the top. Here comes the Barrage, Justice raining, effectively picks up the double, but Esper right there at the Resurrection, going to undo the damage being done. Sound Bearer coming out here for the defense. They want to continue keeping up the pressure. Surefour will oblige, gets the double kill after the Resurrection, and they should be able to push LG back here.
Yeah, conversely, Surefour on the 76 is really smart. He is a dominant 76, and especially with Reaper on the Pharaoh, rather, it is actually going to definitely help out against Seagull, who has been actually raining terror from above on his own Pharaoh. So running that 76 solves a problem for Cloud9 as well.
LG now making another run at it here. Note that Gods does have the Death Blossom at the ready. Milo has Earth Shatter. A lot of Wombo potential here for the side of LG. Sound Barrier also up, and Graviton about to be up. The Earth Shatter does come in. Doesn't get as much value as I'd like. Gods with the Sound Barrier assist. Death Blossom really getting mitigated by the Reinhardt shield, so Graviton Surge going to the last part of the piece to come in here. Will they get the follow-up this time? Seagull does take out Surefour. Gods with a little bit of extra follow-up. Really much of a brawl between both teams, though, is Kai going to get knocked off the ledge by Pooks.
Two giant resurrections come off on both sides. Seagull, though, has his barrage ready, gets a couple of kills. That is 3 dead for Cloud9. Only Grego left. They're going to finish this map.
Wow. Big shout out to Pooks there, taking out Kai. Kai's usually a huge pain to get rid of, but you knock Kai to a hole, that is one way of getting rid of a Zarya.
6 minutes, 50 seconds. Not a bad time for Luminosity, and considering that Cloud9 had to play an extremely solid defense on the second point through the streets, this could have been even quicker. So Cloud9 not giving themselves a whole lot of room here on the final map to make sure they get into the finals. It is doable, but they are going to have to win Point A pretty much the same way that Luminosity did within the very first team fight, or at least the first two, or things will get extremely hairy, especially if they would considering running the Symmetra upcoming on defense.
Well, I will say, finally a match where both medics just had very banner days, or both mercies. Sorry, I switched that up a lot. But they both stayed alive. There were constant back and forth reses, not too many medic kills, mercy kills rather, going on there. So they both finally redeemed themselves, stayed very safe. The reses were hugely important on both sides. Esper looked very good too.
On King's Row, it is a little bit easier for mercies, as we've talked about, to hide away, get reses, and get into position.
Okay, well, I misspoke earlier. I want to correct myself that LG has beaten Cloud9 before. It was about 5 or 6 weeks ago, back up when Luminosity Gaming was still mix-up. They beat Cloud9 in GG weekly number 8. Considering we're on weekly number 14 would be this coming weekend, that is about a month and a half ago. So sorry for Luminosity, I forgot that they'd beaten Cloud9 before.
We'll take a look here at the defense coming up from LG. This is a defense that has to feel empowered. The time they have to defend for, 6:49. There are much quicker times here on King's Row, but it's something that defense can work with. It is not the worst time. They really only need to get a few team wipes over the course of the map to put this in their favor and have them beat C9 for, I think, the first time ever in a full series. And that would be absolutely huge for LG, and they would get their shot at Envious too. Who knows how far they could go today? But either way, win or lose here, LG has proven a lot. They have nothing to feel bad about, but they would definitely feel a little bit better if they got into the grand finals when this round is said and done.
Seagull on the defensive Pharah, Enigma can play in Roadhog, Gods on Soldier. Surefour, if this continues to be what we think on the offensive Roadhog, now he did so much damage on offense on Hollywood, and that was a big reason they were able to go through the streets as fast as they did. If he can replicate that here on King's Row, then Cloud9 definitely has a shot of taking some.
Well, C9 now on the way. I don't think C9 is going to waste a whole lot of time here on the first point. They are out for blood. They want to get this on the first push, and Surefour now sneaking into the hotel, getting around to the back. Will find Enigma here at the hook. Has to back out immediately, though. The defensive LG immediately swarming on the Surefour, forcing him back. But C9 being highly aggressive. Surefour again looking for another hook. And the Roadhogs here really could decide this defense with how well they've played here today.
Yeah, both barriers taking so much damage early on. Milo charges away just to try to save his life, so he's not going to have charge up. He could get charged down by Devitt here. Devitt does go in for the charge, misses everything.
Milo going down here, the Surefour, but Enigma going in, looking to take out the other Reinhardt. Not able to do it just yet. Devitt at very little HP, still staying alive for at least a little bit longer. Going to go down, and here comes Enigma with the whole hog, knocking things out. Double whole hog going on from both Roadhogs onto each other. Surefour going to get the better of that. A big resurrection coming in from the part of Adam, and C9 now getting really good position up to this point. LG might just want to back up and look for a better defense in the streets phase.
Yeah, to burn that res so early.
Yeah, you're right, and the burning the res so early, and then Adam saving his, and of course coming in at the final moments. They get point A about as fast as LG did.
That's more like it.
So very close between both teams, with C9 I think saying a slightly quicker time to start this out. LG though, lots of opportunities to defend here in the streets phase. The only thing going against them, however, is that C9 has all sorts of ultimates up at their disposal. Sound Barrier coming out here for C9. C9 moving it forward. Seagull dropping the Surefour. Devitt going to charge Esper down after the Earth Shatter. 3 kills here now for C9. They are mopping LG up, and this is not what LG wants if they want to stall for a long enough time here.
Surefour is just doing tons of work. Finishes up Enigma there too. They didn't even have to burn ults to get through that stage, so now they have so much potential going forward. Whole Hog, Graviton, Barrage, all at the ready. Of course, Resurrection is up, as it always is, so they're just making a huge fast time. It's really going to depend if they can get Esper into this Graviton combo that they're going to try to set up.
Now LG is going to be able to set up on defense for one final attempt of stalling out the cart. If they lose this, so it's going to be very hard to the defense point.
There's a graviton, but it's going to be met by the Earth Shatter of Milo, canceling out a little bit there, but Reaver over the top with the barrage will do some damage, takes out Milo to start this out. And now 3 kills. Esper is going to get a big res. Everyone from LG Gang right back into the fray, and will they be able to turn this in their favor? Seagull in the back right now on Farah, looking for some key shots, not able to land them. Sure4 and Debit confirming the kills on the payload. C9 swarming it, looking for the payload progress. And LG just not able to confirm the kills they need here in the back. Will this change? Seagull, barrage at the ready. Will he use it? Will he save it? He will double rocket mid-air Reaver, though, to take him out. As C9 going to get to this payload.
They didn't even have to res during that either. Adam had it the whole time. I mean, I guess that's a missed opportunity because Esper's going to have it again, but they didn't even need it. The big important thing there was that the sound barrier did come out, saved them from a lot of early damage, but now Grego's going to have that sound barrier in offensive initiation.
Cloud9
for LG, they're going to need to hold here for a while. They're moving in. Graviton surges out. Seagull, though, going to get hooked in from Sure4. Amazing hook from Sure4 to deny the barrage coming in. Death Blossom coming in from the defensive Reaper does not do as much as they want. Everything LG is trying right now is failing, and C9 is being overwhelming. Seagull, though, off the Resurrection, does get the barrage, gets a double kill. Resurrection coming in from Adam. Reses from both teams doing a whole lot of work. And the problem is for LG, they need people on the cart as Sure4 taking out Seagull again.
How is Enigma still alive back here? He finally has cleaned up. The sound barrier negated so much of that Graviton. Speaking of Gravitons, Kai Pass is ready.
Through. They're about to win it right now.
They almost have it. The LG needs to get on the point. Gods will get on there with Wraith form. Going to get sucked in by the Graviton, though. Reaver now, Justice raining from above. He's damage boosted with that ultimate to top it off. 4 kills now for C9. C9 trying to buy their way back in the grand final. Seagull, the last man standing, trying to fight for LG, but LG close, but not far enough. What an amazing set. But C9 will go on to the grand finals to get their rematch with Envious.
I mean, LG put themselves in the driving seat with the offense that they just played. They needed to just hold on a little bit on D. They weren't able to on first point. Adam, of course, with the Mercy plays throughout this entirety. Sure4 really doing a ton of damage on the Roadhog and opening up space for everyone else to do their thing. Cloud9 makes it happen back into the grand finals.
Yeah, I want to give Grego a little bit of credit there too, as well. Like the final defense set up from Luminosity Gaming, they had a pretty nice Graviton. He was able to break it down, saved everyone in there, which allowed Adam to save that Resurrection, which was what we saw in the play of the game. If he does not save that sound barrier for the correct timing, that Resurrection has to come off early and that fight goes completely different.
So Cloud9 still with some issues, I think, you know, on their defense, as of course, as we've seen, they're a little bit shaky. They're letting teams like LG was able to get first point on Hollywood and on Kings Row immediately in very quick times, not let alone what Envy was able to do them before and could very well do to them now is much worse than those two teams. So I think Cloud9 has a little bit to be worried about. For LG, I would say pretty decent showing.
Yeah, I would agree.
No, for LG, LG has nothing to feel ashamed about there. They came in and they brought C9 to the very wire and then some. In fact, you look back at the first map of that series where they had a very good chance of taking Gibraltar. They had a good chance of taking Kings Row if they were able to just get 1 or 2 more fights. LG on a different day could have taken this. And that's something to feel proud of. They're not quite there yet. They have not yet defeated C9. But this is about as close as you are going to get. That being said, this is the Alienware Monthly Melee presented by Curse, sponsored, of course, by Alienware. We're going to be taking a short break, and we'll be rolling into the grand finals right after. Envious versus C9. The winner is going to be taking home their share of our $3,000 prize pool. We'll be back in just a moment.